Hello, I'm going to walk you through my thought process when I go to build a slide. This one happens to be ways to give, and we have some text prompt information. We also have a QR code. Uh, I know that when I use the designer tool, it can only handle like three, maybe four things to give you ideas. So I typically kind of start with that. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. This is the first slide that comes up automatically when I build a brand new slide. Ways to give. I'm going to go grab the text I have that's going to be in here. Now I know it also has two ways, but I'm not going to put in the headers because that means just too much information at first. I am going to bring in the QR code, which I have stored over here. All right. So as soon as I gave it three things, it automatically started to give me ideas. Now I'm going to tell you, I looked at this already before, and I did not like any of these for this specific scenario. It was giving way too much, and you can see more, way too much space to the QR code and not the other. And it's so my process here was that it doesn't work for this. It does give you great little ideas. Sometimes I just use these, I click on it and I roll with it. You can click on see more. And it often will pick kind of colors based on what's in it. So the only real color right now is that brown foundation, the background, and you see it is kind of being complementary to that. That's not bad. But like I said, this time that did not work for me when I did it first. I'm like, okay, let's start over. And I thought of the logo. I'm going to go ahead and bring that in, just look at it, because that's what I did. Um, and I was looking at the logo thinking, okay, this happens to be a very church specific one. It's not like it's a one-time event this year or maybe a cyclical event. This is a normal administrative every Sunday thing. So I thought I'd really go with the logo, and I went looking for this brick wall, and I found it on Canva. I just Google searched it, but that's where it happened to be. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that this device and see if it just works. Got it. Now, of course, and push it to the back, right click, send it back. In the logo, it's very faded, so I didn't know if I needed to either just use, and I think I found it worked with this thing that comes up. Oh, and you could either stretch it, but I actually didn't like the look when I stretched it sideways, in a kind of, I did this first, but I didn't like how it changed it. So let me undo. Instead, I took the corner, and just made it bigger than the page. I'm going to end up cropping it, so I'm going to do. In fact, there we go. Crop. Technically, you don't have to do this, but it just won't show. Again, push it to the back. All right, click on it again. Let's bring up the picture formatting. One of these had to do with, is it set transparency? Nope. I thought it was under transparency. Color saturation. Transparency color. No, it's going to be here somewhere because I did it. Transparency. There we go. Um, and that seems to be match that one at 65% matches the logo. Yeah. All right. So I did that. Then I tried to get this one to match first the color. So where is my ink? Okay, here's my color. I use the eyedropper, and I went and got this wonderful brown, reddish brown. Okay. Um, I thought I could go with more of this kind of a font, at least something similar, and I found one last night that I liked. Something I think it was a D. Was it Daytona? Or Corbel? I think I like Daytona for this one. Say personally, I don't always come up with just Cavallini. That's the one I used, I think. Not for here, but I did use Daytona for that. And I believe I might have used Cavallini for this, but I kind of like the one I have. Yeah, okay. And let's get this one in control. And in front, right click. Whoop, come on. Bring it to front. Okay. And we're going to get up top. This is going to end up going over here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this now. I have got my ideas from it. Here I kind of just toyed with, okay, what kind of frame can I put around it? Is it okay just the way it is? I already clicked on it, so I have the picture format, and I just kind of looked. Yeah, it's not bad. I went here and I saw how it matched the background. I went, hey, I kind of like that. This thing, I'm going to center it up and down. Where is that? Here. And let's make it bold. Yep, there you go. And I thought the background needed a little something something. So I went for, is this the background? Yes, I gave it a border of this. I made it bolder. And then I thought, oh, what else can I do? And I kind of looked at these and saw what it looked like, and I kind of liked it. I like that one too. So we got something going here now, but I need this to kind of be as the same as that. So I'm going to park this up here for a second. What I did, I went ahead and I drew a shape, you know, just put in a square, because sometimes a shape you have control over how big it is. You don't with a text box. It like auto sizes to what you have in it. All right, so we're going to get rid of the text box. Get rid of the text box altogether. All right, so this we're going to, having trouble selecting what I want. Middle, ideally we like this to be 30 to 40. Don't know if I need bold. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Color, shape. Here's my shape. Fill. We're just gonna fill it with white, which means my text needs to be, I'm gonna make my text black to match that one. And I wanted that same frame, and I tried doing it with, you know, like this, and making it as thick as possible. It just didn't have this nice little pop-out 3D look. So I cheated, or my hack. I copied this, made a copy of it. This means they're the same size. I'll make sure that's same like distance from the walls and things like that. And then I put this on top of it. Bring this to front. And get rid of the frame. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Oh, I think I want it bold. I'm not so sure about my Daytona now. What was that? Calibria something? I like the key C's. Yeah, you just want to see it. How about the Cambria? Nope. That's kind of nice. But this is easily read. Now, before we could have little frames on top of these saying give online, give via text. This is balanced. Your eyes go right to it. We already said ways to give. I didn't feel the need to go ahead and put the via text or online. People who do this should know how to do this. If not, they can ask an usher or come back and ask the person in the booth. But there we go. That's kind of how I got to this one. If it was not, like I said, if it was something when we did like, in fact, I was going to show, well, here, close. File open. Look at my news deck. Kind of looks through some of these. This picture here, the Soul Sisters is a logo we have at the church. This one, I just simply Googled women's Bible study and looked for images, and I found this one. This little design thing was one I did with the designer. I put in the logo, the picture, I put in my text, and I did the designer, and it gave me, at least got me most of the way there. This was one that came from John, and it was a portfolio versus landscape thing, and I carved off in pieces the details from it, and I found a background on the web, and put the pieces back in a way that looked landscape. So that's kind of one thing. This was a beautiful one that Melody did for me last year. I think fell in love with it. I love it. Again, this is the same one, but it had a special info for a week, so I threw a banner across it that stuck out, and then I take that back off in the future. This one was for the foundation, so I used the logo. I kind of used colors that matched the logo, and I didn't have to, but I did. This one was already given to us with a QR code. Again, this picture was from, actually, this was one Bridget did. She had this picture on our website, so I went onto the Facebook site, and I copied the picture, and I just kind of made something similar. I think did I do that one? I did something like it, but this again was just a QR code. We already had a picture, you know, simple. This one came from the design idea. I had a picture, I had text, and a designer gave me this little thing, and it pulled out the colors, and I thought, perfect. The baptism one, these kind of change up every now and then and pick a different water. Again, I Googled baptism, found it, brought it in. This one actually already had a white bottom, and it was just like that. But it's kind of just how you think about it. Here, I had two pictures. I had text. I used the designer. And that's when you get kind of these rip page things that kind of, I like it. I may have added a black background to this one. I'm not sure. Again, pictures from the web. Two different text boxes. Picture from the web. Text boxes. This is one I got from Bridget. She found this cute courthouse thing, a QR code. I think I may have done most of this from what she had already done. This one I did myself. I found both of these pictures. This is something that ended up being canceled, but I found the pictures on the website on Google search. Plopped them in here. I chose the little faded background. I know you did that on the one you were doing as an example. I picked my font based off something I think in here. It might be the word learn, but I picked one of these to match the color, and then I got a complimentary background. So anything else on here? This one I wanted to show it because, okay, this is our annual picnic. This background I got inside of PowerPoint, and I did use, I slapped our logo on it, put a translucent box. So if I come to my, you know what, I think I actually locked that down and made it a picture, but I would have done a text box with, not gradient. Sometimes it's fun getting into those things. No gradient. I think it's because it's not a text box. Let me just check it out real quick. Whoops, I look like a box. Now if I get into here, fill, I know there are more options where you can make it translucent. More gradients. Here we go. Okay, so we went into gradients, more gradients, and then we can get into the transparency. Solid fill, gradient fill. It's funny, it should be changing. Oh, I'm in text options. That's why I'm shaping. Shape options. Solid fill. Maybe I should trim that out. That's what I'm expecting. There we go. I got on the wrong one. And you can see how this got a white faded. I'm getting this purple faded um, to the box. Now the picture I wanted to show came from Insert Pictures from Stock Images. And I really don't use a lot out here, but every now and then I check it. And that's where I found that. And it was good. So it's worth looking here. You know, something like that might not be bad either. When I looked out here for the brick wall, it was not, actually I said brick, but stone wall. Yeah, see, it didn't match. So that's why I went ahead and looked on the web. But there are things here that may be of value under Stock Images. All right, so that is my little show and tell for today of kind of how I tried to go at it. But that 3, I think 4 is the max for doing doing that. So if I were just to do another one from scratch, let's do a new title only. Okay, I got text. And I'm going to go insert something from that I've done before, pictures from this device. Most of my things are in 2024 right now. I remember doing one for the backpacks. Looking for some images I might have brought in. I usually save my images just so I can use them again. Oh yeah, so here were those ornament exchanges. And I had picked this one. And then I did, the designer came right up. You see there was one like that, one like this. They do the slashy things a lot. I think I used something like this, and I may have even actually put another frame around it, but any one of these are, so two or three elements. Say 4, it might get a little confused. Typically does good coloring. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did something like that. That was, and some of them are you'll see they have animation, which is okay. But actually I end up turning it to a JPEG when I save it. So, oh, and that's the last thing. So you get once you have it set, whoops, let's pick one. Let's pick one. I'll pick that one. I would do File, Save a Copy, make this a JPEG. It's nice if you give it a specific name. So test slide, teaching slide. Hit save, and you have the option to do all or just this one. And so I would do just this one. And then if I go to where I had it saved, well, I'm not going to see it. I'm only sharing the screen. Am I sharing the window? Okay. It should have saved it in the same location. Usually I'm paying attention to that. There it is. There's my test slide. So I hope this was helpful, and have fun designing.